Hello, everyone. This is the Deephaven community team with some demos for the first week of November.
This is a quick sample of our in-memory input tables. This could be customized to easily use a different kind of input table, but this particular sample just quickly created a input table that has a integer column called ID and a string column called data. And if we add data to this, it shows up. This is just a regular for our HTML samples rendering the data. Make some bigger number here. And because this is key backed, you are allowed to change data and it will be reflected in the table. So this will now be working in the UI as soon as we get this landed and get it turned back on again in the community core version of the UI.
All right, it's my turn. Let me present my screen. So I'm going to be stepping through a GitHub action that we worked on this week that allows users to validate or assert the presence of tables in Deephaven. So the action is Deephaven action assert DH tables presence. So you can go to this repo and see this code is public. Anybody can look at it. So let's start with the action.yaml files. This is a composite action, so that means it just runs a series of steps. And what this is doing is it is setting up the environment to run the Python script, and then it is running the Python script. So we have some dependencies, some requirements to install. And what this Python script does is it takes a comma-separated list of table names to assert the host that you're looking at. For Deephaven, typically this is going to be localhost if you're doing this in a CI/CD pipeline, and then also an optional max retries parameter to be like, hey, if, you might take some time for the service to start up, so give a little bit of buffer time for the action. So how does this work? How would somebody use this? Well, this is using its own self to test it, so we can actually look at the workflow for this repo, and we get on here. We have some setup stuff that we're doing. We're adding some tables, and then we are asserting that our tables are going to be in our Deephaven instance. So what does a run of this look like? So let's go to our logs, go on test. All right, we don't care about most of these except for cert tables. So that's what we're looking at. So we scroll down and we see attempting to connect to our host, and then we're attempting to assert the presence of the table names that we gave. We got a log that says, hey, we're connected to Deephaven, and we get little print statements that say, hey, these tables exist. And again, this can also be used in a remote package. So this is a little sample app I've been working on that's just kind of demos how to use Deephaven's application mode. And I have the same thing here. So I go to workflows, I build, same type of thing. I start up my project. That's what this step is doing. And then I am, asserting that these tables exist. Different table names here, but same thing, localhost. And again, if I go to the workflow logs, yep, same type of thing here. So that's how you can use this, and that's sort of what you can expect from it.
Yeah, I'll also note that this is available in the GitHub Marketplace.
Yep, we published it today. All right, thank you all.
All right, let me share my screen. So I have a little sample demo app that will pull data from a website. This website in particular, it is called theskylive.com/planets, and this has a bunch of data that updates in real time regarding the position in the sky at a given location for planets, including the sun, the moon, Venus, etc. And so my script will pull the data from the website, parse it, and then print out once every second for 60 seconds, 30 seconds here, the the right ascension, the declination, the magnitude, and the constellation in which the planet is currently sitting. This uses a beautiful soup to parse the HTML, and it also does a last by on the table. So you can see the timestamps here. It does it just about once every second. And obviously these numbers are not going to change very much because the planets aren't flying across the sky. But it's kind of interesting, and I'm hoping to extend this to use some plotting capabilities to actually make a cool little picture of where all these planets are in the sky. So, and that's about it.